Welcome to Ultimate Parks Incorporated in Manotick Station, Ontario, just south of the nation's capital. You are watching the Junior Open U19 Provincial Championship Ultimate Contest between Ignite from Ottawa and TORO from Toronto. There's an interception and a big turnover at midfield. There to make the catch there, Theo Chandler Nantel.
Theo is such a smart handler, and on defense, he's always looking to get in those throwing lanes.
Dan Mooney alongside Brandon Adibe, former Ottawa Outlaw. This guy likes what he sees with both of these two sides here in the gold medal game.
These two sides have been rivals for years, and as the throw goes up here,
just beyond reach of the intended target in the end zone. Big target. That's number 31, Spencer Burnell.
Spencer also playing with Glebe High School as they went to high school Nats this year and made some noise, finishing just fourth, just off the podium.
TORO pinned in their own end zone, looking to get out somehow. Quentin Chen works it. There's an opening. Nice opportunity there for Jaden Masayo. Little pass up the middle to the cowboy hat and Teo Vigar. Little flip. Masayo at midfield. That was actually a great escape from the shadow of your goal line.
Definitely showing some composure early. This TORO D-line has been known to be really chilly with the disc, but they are also looking to throw it long any opportunity they get.
Play in, Connor Espinola. Espinola, little flip. Vigar up the sideline. Espinola looking into the end zone. Floats one. Grab there. Great catch. Nathan Mong. 1-0 TORO.
And TORO scoring the first point of the game. This is a break point, which means they started on defense. Ignite was receiving on O. In Ultimate, you are expected to score on offense. So this is a big point to start off the game for TORO.
Oh, on a huck like that, too, from beyond midfield. What a great play and what a great lift for Toronto TORO here. Ignite got to come back on this possession here and do something, get their attention back.
Yes, Ignite's definitely looking to steady the ship here. It started off like this also when they played the first time in this season. They played at Callahan for Kids, which is a tournament in Bowmanville. TORO took the win on that occasion, but Ignite was missing some people. So again, Ignite's missing a couple of Team Canada U20 players today. Going to see if they can steady the ship.
Ottawa getting some coaching up. Grayson Estabrooks walking off the pitch. Bill Millett, the head coach. Just wanted to make more about settling these kids down right now at this point. Yeah, they're down one, and it was a quick turnaround score. Just don't worry about it. Let's get the disc back and work our magic.
Ottawa being the home team here, definitely trying to show out for their friends, their families in attendance.
And pass up the middle. Burnell, long, deep, huck there. Thomas Cade's got it! Big score! And Ignite has done just that.
Answering back emphatically, Thomas Kane, first year on Ignite. The coaches were looking to him to make a good impression here at this tournament, and he's been growing ever since the start of it. Really doing a good job here, firing the boys up to start the game.
One apiece. And the only real answer to come back with for Ignite, they had to do something like that. And that changes the complexion of things as TORO gets another opportunity with the discs in their hands.
Yeah, this is the first offensive point for TORO. Ignite's D-line is one of their strong points this year, so getting the D-line out there and giving them a chance to answer back early in this game, that's exactly what you want as a coach. And Coach Sean Walter is definitely a key component to their defense. So seeing them on this D-line, they're going to try to punch in a break early.
There's the pull, and that one will really benefit TORO here.
This disc never came in, so it is going to go and be brought back in where it left the field of play. So it's going to be very far up. TORO having a short field to work for a goal here.
Oh, a bit of a mistake by Ignite after changing momentum only moments ago. Into the hands, Thomas Moores. Near side. Lucas Fab. Back out, middle. Moores sends that one out. Pham for Moores. Moores back for Pham, the give and go along the line, and play call.
Pick called downfield by Turcotte on Ignite, so the disc will stay and he'll get to catch up to his offensive mark.
Once again, Pham. Lucas Pham into the end zone, TORO! They've got another goal.
2-1 for TORO starting this game. Definitely holding true, holding strong with their O-line. Keeping it calm, cool, collected. Ignite was ramping up the pressure in this end zone set, but TORO finding their player in some space.
Anthony Lavin gets the go-ahead goal for Toronto TORO. In this provincial championship, both of these teams certainly will represent at the national championships in British Columbia in August.
Yes, so both of these teams have punched their ticket. They both won and claimed a bid from Ontario. They will be in Surrey, BC this summer in August. So they are fighting to see who will be the 1 seed from Ontario, and this will have major ramifications on who will be in your pool, who you will face. You might want to not play a certain team from another area in Canada, so definitely a big game for both teams here.
For more reasons than just one. We're underway once again, the pull, and Ignite start just beyond their goal line. Chandler Nantel moves it to the far side. Nice tuck underneath, and again, all the way down, disc is tipped right into the hands of Connor Rycroft, and we're tied once again.
What a throw. It did get tipped, but Thomas Kane showing he is very up for this game. Really showing off that he is not going to be flustered by any defensive pressure from TORO and letting it rip.
And just an absolutely perfect throw, even with the defensive tip. The concentration necessary to just stay with the disc could come right to you, and it did exactly that for Connor Rycroft.
Connor Rycroft is definitely a big part of this team. He's been on it for a couple of years now. He's always where you need him to be. Will fill in any role, does exactly what the coaches want, and even more. Great teammate to have out there.
And the product just keeps getting better, doesn't it? This game has grown in leaps and bounds. I believe this is the 40th season for Ultimate Parks Incorporated here in Manotick Station, just a little bit south of the nation's capital, maybe about 20 minutes from downtown. But it has been a place where so many tremendous things have happened to grow the sport to the point where we're at a championship level like this. And this is for a spot to go to nationals. Imagine what nationals must be like.
It is such an amazing place to be. An Ultimate specific complex. It has 19 fields and they are just gorgeous.
There's a long hack once again, but can't stay in the air long enough for Anthony Lavin to get those long legs going. Boy, does he ever cover a lot of ground with those strides.
Definitely going to come up big on one of these putts from their O-line later in this game.
Back comes Ignite. This one tied at 2. Hemmed up inside their own end, along the goal line, all the way back out. Willis drops that one back. Little cutter inside, and timeout called.
Yeah, a foul downfield. Players will regain their positioning, and then the disc will come back in here.
We're back in. Little tuck. Near side, coming up the sidelines, just beyond the reach of Roshan Smith. A big turnover here as TORO gets an opportunity to take the lead. Little tuck inside. Pham goes to the far side. Picked up there, Owen Chan. Pham. Lucas Pham. Holding, trying to get the offense going, comes back near side. Into the hands, Moores. Goes for Belair. Jacob Belair, back out. Little tuck, forehand to the goal line. Lavin looks one side, goes forehand. Goes back to the middle. Gets a little more time. Pham from midfield. Comes back near side. Lavin to the outside goal line. Here's Moores. Moores looking for a cutter. Trying to find an open spot. Throws that one, and it's in for the goal.
And TORO regaining their lead here. Converting on another hold. Definitely keeping the pressure on Ignite on every point.
Thomas Moores gets the go-ahead goal for TORO, but I don't see that making much difference if Ignite are able to come back and do what they've done so far in this one, come back with an answer.
Yes, they've answered so far. Their O-line has held on the second time of asking. Seems like they were more confident that second go-around than their first point. Getting those early game jitters out, being the home team as we said already.
What's it take? About 10 or 15 minutes just to get your legs going, because it's pretty much constant movement out there when the game is moving the way it should.
Well, in a game like this, it's kind of interesting because usually in a tournament setting, you play multiple games during a day. However, this is the first and only game both of these teams will play today. So they went to bed yesterday knowing that at the start of this game at 2 o'clock, this is the game. There is only this game to get up for. You can put all your energy into it. So being mentally ready is a big task, and it's very taxing. But I think doing so, you have to do it early.
What time did they finish Saturday?
think for both of these teams, they finished around 4:30.
Okay.
So they had quite a bit of time to rest and relax and recover for this one.
Hemmed inside their own zone. Ignite. Having some problems. McShay moves that one out into the middle. Connor Rycroft moves it back. Chandler Nantel up the middle. Finds a spot, another big hook. Looking deep, what a grab there by Justin Doherty. Doherty flips that one back. Chandler Nantel into the end zone along the goal line. Little flip, and they score.
Ignite really relying on some good big plays here to maintain possession of the disc, but they are definitely showing they are capable throwers, cutters as well. Something you notice on that point, TORO, their coaches were really emphasizing no unders. What that means is the defenders are going to be standing closer to the disc, and they are looking to disconnect the handlers from the cutters, making throws definitely difficult by making the distance it has to cover even larger.
So the way this has gone so far, this has to, like, now TORO is almost expected to come back with a score to keep this thing going. They've been trading punches since the opening pull.
Now it's like one of those classic heavyweight title fights. One team is going to throw a blow, the other team's going to counter blow. You just want to see who's going to really get that first one in. TORO does have a break so far, so they advantage to them in this first half, but it's time for Ignite to come back and see what they are made of.
And they've been able to answer each and every time to this point. Now, pressure is on TORO to keep this offensive trading alive. The level of trading is really makes for some pretty exciting ultimate. Far side, Jacob Belair moves it up. Little flip, give and go. Moores picks it up. Slows things down, plays it back. Lavin finds Owen Chan, goes far side. Chan gets it back. Comes back into the middle, near side for Moores. Takes the overhand. Far side. Doherty moves it out. Chan, Doherty, Moores. And play called once again.
Travel is called here, so once the players regain where they are, it will be tapped in and live.
We're back. Out in front. There's Lavin to Moores along the goal line, trying to find somebody to dish it off to, and he finds Owen Chen, and TORO keeps this trade alive.
Yeah, something different from the Ignite D-line. They went for a zone look here, occupying more space downfield and forcing this TORO O unit to make more throws. They definitely slowed them down, but since it was more of a passive zone, they were able to work around it pretty confidently, very calmly, and they were never really threatened to turn it over on that point.
Ignite has had an answer for everything thrown at them by TORO. And right now, recharging batteries, Bill Millett there. And you can't really talk about the success of a program without talking about everybody on the coaching staff, and Tom Stanton, Sean Walter, Derek Alexander, a former teammate of yours on the Ottawa Outlaws.
Well, Derek would have been a bit before my time, but he is definitely
alumni
a
is
legend.
alumni.
He is one of the greats in Ottawa. Everyone knows him. You can ask anyone. He's done so much for the community in coaching and as well as a player. He's an idol and role model for all of these players. So they are lucky to have him as a coach, along with all the other coaches in this establishment.
Okay. Chandler Nantel, 5 yards out from his own line. Goes far side. Pass up, Josh Moore. There's Nantel once again, looking deep into the end zone. Spencer Burnell comes back, and there you go again.
Spencer Burwell really showing off some deep striking ability. He was starting in the underspace. He took off deep, timed his cut to perfection, got it big, and Ignite once again responding after TORO help.
Oh, so wide open, and getting into a huck fest when you really need to is one thing, but right now they're just trading punches and a lot of inside work in the early going here and now. Both of these teams seem to be stretching their legs a little.
I would say so. TORO with their defense, what they are designing their defense to do is force those hucks, and they're looking to have Ignite not connect on one and then play off of that. Right now their cutters for Ignite are very deep from the disc, which it runs the risk of allowing someone to go deep. However, if you have a good mark at the point of where the disc is being thrown and enough bodies downfield with float, you might get a turnover, and then you're in a good shape.
Well, there does not seem to be a decline in the level of intensity out there on the field as TORO begins once again. Lavin moves it up. Patterson into the middle. Little flick out. Belair has it in the middle. Looking for an outlet. Forced back for Lavin. Lavin far side. Lucas Pham gets that one out. Left side. Pham gets it back. Mark very close to him. There's another forehand inside. Turnover there. And another turnover again. Ignite gave it away. They had it. What a great defensive play. And then the toss aside. Just couldn't complete the pass. There's another toss at the line. Lucas Pham. Pham along the line into the end zone. And Thomas Moores gets his second goal of the game, making it 5-4 TORO.
TORO really doing well in that end zone set, really isolating their cutters at the front of the stack, making it super difficult for Ignite's defense to be able to cover that much ground in tight space. TORO really confident with the disc after they got a gift of a turnover. Unfortunately, Smith made a big play on defense and then bit of adrenaline rush and then turned it over.
Well, we talked about, despite the fact they're from two different parts of the province, for sure, Ottawa and Toronto, it's not as if these two teams are not completely familiar with each other.
Yes, these teams have a well-known rivalry for many years, and it's become more of a rivalry where it's closer, and depending on the day, any of these teams could win. In the history of it, TORO probably would have had the majority of the wins, but after about 2020, I think it's been changed where Ignite's kind of been the top dog in Ontario, but TORO's looking to regain that crown.
And think of how these programs have become where they are today, spawning from practically nothing into these programs that continue to produce really high-quality teams.
Yeah, it's the 30th year of the Ottawa Juniors program, and there's been a lot of iterations. So TORO, much like Ottawa, been around for quite some time.
Dagler moves that one back. Nantel, Chandler Nantel to the far side, gets it back into the middle. They're trying to sort of split that TORO defense a little bit as they go into a full court press.
Yeah, TORO is running a zone of their own. They're really trying to force the disc to be swung and then trap on the sidelines.
They broke the press and have a little bit of breathing room outside their goal line. Again, Josh Moore. Little flick inside once again. Burnell sends that one back, and a tremendous lunge by Moore keeps it alive. Flicks it out left side. Connor Rycroft goes far side. They're going home run once again. What a grab! It's good. Burnell, his second bomb of the afternoon, and Ignite has just responded another time.
Evan Dagler, one of the better throwers on this Ignite team, taking it upon himself, releasing one of his signature backhands to Spencer Burrell, going deep, and Spencer getting another goal on the board for this Ignite team.
His second, 5 apiece, and now these are haymakers. They're throwing haymakers now. They were trading jabs. Now they're throwing haymakers, and it's, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Here we go.
Yeah, well, you can do, I can do better. It's looking like no team is going to be backing down here, and Ignite's playing their brand, and TORO is also playing their brand of Ultimate Frisbee and seeing which one, who's going to play their version better.
And the really interesting thing is that there's absolutely no sensitivity for either team from either team. They're out there. It doesn't matter who they are. Yeah, they know them because they're at tournaments all the time. They see each other. It's not like they're completely unfamiliar. They know what works, and they know what works and when it works. So now as they're so familiar with each other, it's just who makes a mistake first.
Yeah, and they're very familiar, as you're saying. Even some of the coaches have had some crossover where some have been in the Toronto system and then went to Ottawa, or some have been in the Ottawa system and went to Toronto, such as Noah Bailey or Sean Walter, or even Derek Alexander. So these ties run pretty deep, and they kind of know what to expect, and they've already come in with plans. Talking with Coach Sean Walter, the defensive coach for this Ignite team, he already has plan A, plan B, and plan C to fall back on for this TORO side.
So coming into this one, what would Walter's defensive plan against a team like TORO, who can move the disc so very, very well, so very quickly, to keep them at bay? They've kept them at, they've eaten up some clock and made it difficult for them to get into the end zone, but nonetheless, TORO keeps coming back with an answer.
It seems like the first iteration for what Ignite is trying to do is first slow down the options, secondly take them out of what they want to do, and then see how they adjust. Right now,
who's pressing now, though? Brandon, who's pressing right now? Is it more TORO to keep up this pace, or is it Ignite now looking for a defensive stop? They get a good stop at midfield, that could change things big time.
I think they've been using some tactical advantages, but when they get that turn, they haven't been able to punch in.
Ricky Wang. Wang Moves that
And
one back
a
out.
stall down call by Turcotte. That means it got to stall 10 before the thrower releases it, and it's a turnover. So Ignite with the disc.
Look at this. The turnover at midfield. This could change the complexion of this one if Chassis Jones can move it forward. He's got it, sends it out. Scooped up there, Philippe Golin. Golin, little toss inside. Chassis Jones. Jones has it, goes down low. Great grab inside. Oh, Roshan Smith keeps it alive. And Ignite just took a lead and shocked TORO.
And that is the first lead for Ignite. Roshan Smith making up for his mistake earlier where they had a chance at a break, but now they converted this time, and the complexion of this game has changed once again. Advantage to Ignite.
Okay, so down the road when Roshan has kids and they asked if he ever played Ultimate, and he had that, a copy of that, he could show them. That is exactly what you'd show them.
He has quite a few more highlight plays in his package, so I'm not sure if this will even be one of his top 10 moments. He's a highlight player, but this was definitely a great play by Roshan Smith.
A real big one to give Ignite their first lead, 6-5, but again, as quickly as Ignite was able to get the turnover in wonderful field position, it can happen just the same way for TORO.
Exactly. All it takes is one missed pass, and then if it's converted the other way, it's definitely a game changer. So TORO looking to once again be calm with the disc and convert and execute like we've seen them do for so many times so far this game.
Well, Ignite still scored. Got an opportunity to get fresh players out there. Here comes Jacob Belair, moves that one. There's Fab going, big time for Moores. Disc is floating. Moores has got it. Oh! They keep on doing it.
Moores is a big player for this TORO team. He's had one of the biggest, I'd say, rises within a year over year. He's a big game player. He's athletic. He knows how to be in the handler space as well as cut downfield. He's a very complete player, and he's still growing.
Well, both of these teams going to the national championships in August out in Surrey, British Columbia. So, yeah, it's a great opportunity to show off your stuff at the provincial level. But this, the outcome of this really has, there's something at stake here, and it's the way that you will be seeded at the national championships is completely contingent upon your standing in this tournament.
Yeah, so if you're able to come away with the 1 seed, you will have theoretically easier games, and you don't want to have to grind for every single game. If you can save some legs at some point in the tournament, it benefits you down the line, especially at a tournament like Nationals where every game is competitive, and it's such a mental grind as well as physical at the same time. So being able to show that you're the #1 team in Ontario, especially for confidence going into a big tournament like Nationals, it's such a huge advantage.
6 apiece here in the Junior Open U19 gold medal game at the Ontario Ultimate Championships. Dan Mooney, Brandon Adibe, and our entire Rogers TV crew, so pleased to have you along for the ride to see a steal here and turn things around for Toro.
But there was a foul on the throw, so Moore calling a foul, and it looks like it is being accepted by the Toro defender, Lee. So it will be a fresh count coming in on stall one once everyone is in their positions and it's tapped in by the defense.
Disc is tapped in. Little toss. Near side. Mashai. Mashai does the give and go. Chandler Nontel with it, and another stoppage with Eric Hutchinson right there in defense. Taps the disc, and we're underway once again. Chandler Nontel, nice little dish off there. Josh Moore, force back. Chandler Nontel down low, finds Rycroft on the near side, back into the middle. Goes far side, Rycroft into the end zone. Josh Moore gets another lead. Ignite got it 7-6.
Ignite looking to take half on this next point. If they were to break, it would be an advantage going into half up, as Josh Moore there showing off some of his skills in the end zone.
A beautiful day here at Ultimate Parks Incorporated in Manotick Station. Really, really lovely little spot. About 20 minutes from downtown Ottawa. Just down the road from Backer's General Store. You can pick up just about everything in there. And folks are always really nice.
Great to hear. Such a nice area here. It was definitely really sunny in the morning, and the UVs were pretty high. A couple of clouds in the sky, giving a bit of shade to these athletes going out here. And seeing that they only have to play one game, it's the perfect weather to be able to give your all.
Goal of their year, but certainly a step on the mountain to climb to a national championship. Fam for Toro. Goes far side. Lavin all the way down. Disc is floating. It settles down. What a grab! Ben Patterson with a big grab, and Toro. They still keep on coming. This is turning into something special.
Patterson and Tenden really jostling for position in there, and the former coming down with it, really timed his cut well, boxed out, went up and got it, and keeping Toro in this game. And it appears that Toro is taking a timeout here, trying to rest some legs before they put on a line to try to break for half.
Okay, so the way these two sides are playing right now, are timeouts now being used in a psychological way, not only for your guys, gives you an opportunity to maybe put an idea in their minds before they go back and they get out there and think about it and implement it if it works. Other times you think it might affect the other team because now they have to think too much. They just want to keep playing and get this thing going again.
Yeah, if you're on offense, having anything that disrupts your kind of timing or your flow or the regularity of which you're doing, especially in a game like this where the O-line has been consistent. They go out, they score. D-line goes, they get another chance, and then the O-line's coming out. anything like this, like a timeout to break up your rhythm, can be an effective tool. But I think this is mostly for Toro, where you can cross over some of those O-line guys who might be your best players to try to get them a chance to play defense without the risk of them being too tired if they didn't convert the break. So Coach Bailey looking here at who will be called on this line of 7. We see Moore's usually an offensive player crossing over to the D line here to try to punch in a break. And we'll see who Ignite matches with on their O-line.
Ignite in a good position here. That is Toronto Toro. And these guys are U19. A lot of them have a future in this game at higher levels, and others have, I suppose, what happens when you play at this level, it kind of becomes ingrained in your soul, and it's not something that you ever truly leave.
I believe so. A lot of these, especially the players who are in their last year of this juniors program, some of them have already committed to university teams and will continue playing there. Some players might be looking to make Team Canadas in the future. And once you play Ultimate once, it's definitely ingrained in you, and not many people leave it.
7 apiece. Next goal gets us to halftime. He'll play up the left side. Another long ball. More under it. What a grab! Again, Connor Rycroft laying out. He's got the hat trick and takes us to halftime.
Rycroft grabbing it off the ground right before it falls with the big left hand. That is one of the greatest plays you would see from Rycroft.
Oh, he's going to want that on his highlight reel for sure. To take us to halftime, this has been a tremendous first half here in the Junior Open U19 gold medal game at the Ontario Provincial Ultimate Championships. We'll be back. Oh, you got to stay with us. We are back at Ultimate Parks Incorporated in Manotick Station, just south of the nation's capital for the Ontario Provincial Ultimate Championships. This, the Junior Open gold medal match between Ignite from Ottawa and Toro from Toronto. And what an opening half. Brandon Adibe, former Ottawa Outlaw professionally. This first half was not something that was unexpected, but boy, did they ever plan it out nicely.
Yeah, I think looking at the teams, they're definitely well matched. So coming into the game, if you were to say it would be 8-7.5, it would be very believable. But the manner in which it happened, a lot of big plays from both sides, an early break from Toro, and then Ignite had to respond. Definitely some counter punches and some defensive adjustments. Definitely good to see in that first half, especially for neutral fans.
Those big plays are bombs, but the scoreboard, it's just chip away. Chip away. Ignite took advantage of a Toro mistake, grabbed the lead, and now they go back to trading the other way. That's all they've done entirely in this opening half. Nobody able to get a little space between each other. The defenses are playing very well. They're scoring, but they're eating up a lot of clock, and sometimes it's not really easy to get into the end zone, but you eat up some clock, you get the disc back, and you just answer very, very quickly. Here's the ball from Chandler Nantel all the way down to the goal line. Jacob Belair moves that one out. Pham comes back, Belair. Pham gets it back. Goes far side for Moores. Pham, Moores. Little toss out. Belair has it in his own end zone. Sets it out. Far side, Pham. All the way out. Owen Chan can't find anything up the left-hand side. They switch. Go far side.
This Ignite zone really forcing lateral passes, but Toro's looking for anything more north-south here. Not finding many options downfield, so they're trying to work it around the cup. There's a Callahan!
Big time! I think it's Grayson Estabrooks.
I think that was Antoine Tolkat coming back to Ottawa recently, and he's making his presence absolutely known playing on Ignite.
Oh, the very seldom seen Callahan. You thought it might take something big, and that could have changed things very, very soundly in their direction. Now Toro has to come back, and we'll see what kind of response they throw back at them.
Callahan's can be very demoralizing for offenses. It's one of the only instances where you make a throw and it's an immediate point for the defensive team here. And this line from Ignite that just went on, they had to cross, or they tried to cross over 3 players from the O-line here coming out of half since they are freshly rested, and it was a great effect. Ignite looking to double up now. Quite a few players staying on from that last point.
Big pull. Belair. There's Pham. Goes far side. Chan. Owen Chan. Stoppage in play.
Just a push off downfield.
Pham. Back into the middle. Lavin. And Toro forced back. Belair. Owen Chan moves up left side, finds some space. Lavin dishes off. They come back near side. Chan goes far side. Pham. Pham back inside. Lavin, great grab to keep it going. Chan back out. Moores. Belair. Top of the pyramid, goes far side. Lucas Pham looking for the quick hit. Nothing home. Flip back. Chan near side. Back out the middle. There's Pham. Goes left side. Belair. Inside for Lavin. Dishes off. Back for Pham. They continue to move forward. Little flip inside at the goal line. Fam for Belair! And Toro has another answer.
Toro with a nice clean hold. It looked like they were a bit caught off guard by that zone, but figuring it out early, being calm with the disc, found some openings, and calmly, coolly cashed in. Toro now has their chance, first chance coming out of half to show what their D-line is capable of. Looking to get that break back that Ignite got on the first point coming out of half.
What I've learned in the length of this game to this point is that not to expect anything, but expect everything at the same time. It's been that kind of game where defense has been good, but offense has been better.
Yes, both teams are coming into this game, really been playing hot the whole tournament. Toro barely gave up any points, so their offense was definitely converting at a higher clip than Ignite's was coming into this game. So expecting really good holds on offense, and the fact that both of these teams know each other and have played against each other, they're able to plan for their defenses even more.
Ignite in front. They've got a Callahan. They've got an offense that just keeps on moving. Far side, Dagler. The bomb specialist, Chandler Nantel. Moves it out. Little flip, Chandler Nantel gets it up the middle. As Rycroft moving down the left side. Rashad moves it out. Chandler Nantel, far side. Rycroft, long bomb into the end zone. Jump disc. Great D intended there for
Burwell there. Spencer Burwell calling a foul, saying
31. Yeah.
Toro defender came over and impeded him.
Did he come over the top? There's another look.
Hard to see from this angle the contact he's talking about because the defender came from a different angle here.
Mike, can we see it again? Burwell pleading his case. And a decision has been made. Here's another look. There's the long toss. Burwell goes up, and I don't know whether the disc was actually catchable.
Yeah, I think he was saying that the second effort he was impeded, but I think the disc would have been gone already. So
again, Ignite looking to move forward. Mashai back out. Chandler Nantel. Near side, Josh Moore. Moore, little flick just beyond reach of Evan Dagler. These guys not afraid to lay it all out. And now the plot thickens a little bit with Toro getting a huge opportunity here, trying to create some space quickly. Big catch! Unbelievable! Kevin Tamayo! Catch of the match right now. Toro. Great grab. Had to go up high was Espinola. And timeout called by Toro. This has had just about everything, Brandon.
This game's showing that anything is possible. Callahan's are possible. Great plays on both sides. Some tight turnovers, some amazing defense, some steady offense. Really here to see it all.
And what a championship this has turned out to be. Both teams have absolutely no reason other than bragging rights, I guess, at this point. And, of course, if you win here, your seeding becomes a little less tenuous at the Nationals in August. You have a better opportunity. So they're working for it. Not sure what's going on right now.
So this is interesting because we actually get to see a bit of camaraderie over here between the two teams, really showcasing the spirit of the game. So both teams are getting prepared. The coaches are talking with the offense and the defense, but the remaining players, they're just having a bit of fun here. And that's what you love about junior sports sometimes. It's all about fun at the end of the day.
All right, let's get back to what's in front of us here. A 9-8 lead. Ignite in white. Up by a goal.
So coming out of this timeout, it looks like TORO is setting up a split stack, having 3 cutters on the left-hand side and then 2 cutters on the right-hand side. Really looking to maximize the space in the middle of the field and then attack.
All right, TORO. The disc is in play. Chen moves that across. Messiah, he's out there, gets it back. Messiah. For Quentin Chen. Throws that one far side. Nice grab by Teo Vigar. Little dish for Espinola. Another one, then the catch made. Kevin Tamayo gets another on the board for TORO. We're tied.
TORO getting the break back. Now it is tied as you were mentioning, but this time TORO has the advantage because they have motivation. Ignite a bit down on themselves here, and now they have to pick themselves up.
Who can hold serve? That's what it's coming down to.
Yeah. So at the start of the game, since Ignite started on offense, they have the slight advantage where TORO will need to have an extra break to win the game. But if we were just to hold serve, Ignite would win by 1. So we're really seeing TORO here. They have to get it on defense if they're going to win this game, and they did just that, at least on the last point.
Kevin Tamayo coming up big in the gold medal contest. 9-9 here at Ultimate Parks Incorporated. Manatic Station, Dan Mooney, Brandon Adibe, and our entire Rogers TV crew. So pleased to have you along for the ride on a beautiful Sunday afternoon close to the nation's capital.
Yes, welcome aboard. We have an absolute barn burner in the making here.
Great pull. Brings Ignite all the way back in deep, up back out to the goal line. Chandler Nantel gets it back. They move up a yard. Little flick out there. They move it up the side. Connor Rycroft plays it back. And a foul call.
Here's the TORO player on the far side is calling an injury. Can't quite see who that is. but they'll stop play and make sure the player gets the care they need.
It's pretty warm here. The nation's capital, and after a lot of rain and not that long ago, Canada Day was a treat for all. Anybody around Ottawa for sure. 118 millimeters in less than an hour.
Plenty of rain to go around the city.
Little flick, far side. Doherty goes down, far side. Chandler Nantel. Comes back out to the middle. Finds Josh Moore, comes back. Rycroft fakes one way, goes the other, throws it down low, too low, and here comes TORO.
TORO has the chance to break for the second time in just as many points here. Blown switch here.
And Jacob Belair throws that one up. Messiah looking for the gutter there. That would have been Callum Scully. There's Messiah, throws out far side, found Charles Lee. Messiah gets it back. Ignite setting up some defense. Far side to Mayo. Being boxed out, gets it back out to the middle. Messiah quarterbacking this offensive set. Scully directing traffic, calling a foul.
Another injury call here in the stack, pointing to his right rib.
Looking at cramps at this time of day, with this kind of temperature, cramping could conceivably happen if you don't stay hydrated enough.
Yeah, for sure, especially this being the last game of the tournament. They have that accumulation of the run-in, the sun, being out here for so many hours in the past couple of days. So just makes the nutrition all the more important to be able to perform at the last moments of the tournament.
Scully. Little flip, there's the pick. Back the other way, come Ignite. Slowing things down, all the way down. Waiting for it, he's got it! Justin Doherty!
Putting it up to the big man, he comes down with it, and Ignite having a scare, but they convert the hold.
Oh, lovely toss there from Keon Mashai.
Keon's a really good thrower, and he sees space so well. So seeing one of his longtime teammates, Justin Doherty, they both played together for quite some time in the Ottawa junior system on various teams coming up through the ranks. Now they're both on the top team for Ottawa, and they still have that connection.
Well, it's interesting because a sport like Ultimate is the kind of thing that lends itself to you experiencing that kind of relationship, because there are things that you develop when you play any level of sport in any sport, and it's the ability to click with somebody about something. And if you ever get that, that's a real gift. I think you have to look at that as a gift, and you only get to see that when you get older.
That type of chemistry, those are like, yes, it might start on a field or on ice or on turf, but those are the types of connections that last a lifetime.
But just knowing exactly where they're going to be, when they're going to be there, that's innate, and I think that I'm not sure that can be learned. That's innate. It's either there or it isn't. Here's Pham looking deep all the way down the middle. It's sat up there for a long time, and Lavin calling for the bump against number 29, Isaac Belizzi.
There appeared to certainly be some contact, but when would be the secondary question to that.
Well, if the disc was indeed catchable, whose disc is it? The defender has as much right to it as the intended receiver, but it's coming back.
So these two athletes will agree to disagree, and we'll go back to the last place we can agree on. So everyone will reset their position before the throw went off, and we'll play from there.
Okay, 10-9. Ottawa Ignite in white. Toronto Toro in burgundy. Pham dishes off. Moores. For Lavin. Moores. Lavin, the give and go. Forced to slow things down. Couldn't find anybody quickly, but he finds Pham. He threads the needle to Lucas Pham. Dishes it out. Lavin comes near side. Belair. Near side. Patterson flips it back out. Belair trying to set something up offensively, and some contact there directly in front of the Toro bench. And Lucas Pham, that one, he went down hard. You could kind of hear that one here.
So foul will be called on the play, accepted by Sean Nathan. Seems the player will stay on the field. Pham looking like he's all right.
Okay, Toro. Moores gets it out. Belair, little flat flip back. Moores trying to create something on the far side. There's Moores once again. Thought he had a break for a moment. Gets it into the end zone. Anthony Lavin ties it up again.
Would we have it any other way? Game going back and forth. No one really pulling ahead. No one going on a run. But so entertaining to see. Ignite really couldn't even slow down the offense of Toro there. It seemed at some points they were chasing shadows.
We've seen some good defense, but we've seen some really great offense in this one. This has been a treat to watch.
You can tell both teams are well drilled. They really have practiced the chemistry, understand what they're looking for at different phases of their offense and in different areas of the field. You can tell they're looking off good options to hit great options.
Well, now, I mean, they've been trading since the opening pull. Now, they keep going, and when you think you might have seen everything, wait, we got lots of time left in this. And with these two sides playing at the level they're playing right now, this finish should be absolutely incredible.
For right now, as many things as a lot of things are happening currently. However, if you simplify it down, it's 0-0 game to 1 at this point.
After all of this time, it's really 0-0.
Metaphorically and theoretically,
now
that is the truth.
It's all about possession now. Just remember, the other team can't score when you have the disc. Well, they can, but it's a little harder.
It's very rare, unless you see another Callahan like we've already seen in this game.
Yeah, had a little bit of everything here.
We even have fans on the sideline getting engaged with some chants. Some fans from Ottawa really supporting the Ignite players, and Toro has their women's.
Oh, another exploitation attempt deep middle doesn't work. Rayo comes up big. Jaden Masayo with the big pick. And again, changes the complexion. Who calls the timeout? Ignite calls the timeout. No. Toro called the timeout. That's interesting.
Yeah, Toro using
get
their
your defense
last try. They're using their last timeout here. You get 2 per half in this format. They are really showing how important and how coveted this break opportunity is. The game is not going to have many break chances left. They're looking to cash in now. If you take the lead, you have the advantage, and all you have to do is hold for the rest of the game.
See if we can get another look at that turnover that brought us to this point.
Ignite's O-line not firing on all cylinders here as we watch the replay.
Again, Ignite deep, and there's the turnover. The great play by Jaden Masayo that gives Toronto Toro their best opportunity to get the lead back. They had the lead in the early going. They kept getting the lead back in the early going. There was one change of heart that allowed Ignite to sort of move into that seat for a bit. They've been there since, and now, again, Toro has a great chance to turn that tide once again.
It will be their first lead since the first half if they were to convert on this defensive point. But here on their offense coming out of the timeout, it would really turn the tide of this game.
Coaches issuing last-minute instructions. Toro, Lavin in the middle. Little toss over. Turnover back the other way. Ignite. Regroups, resets. Little toss up the middle. That's Josh Moore. Moore down low. Great catch inside. Chassis Jones. Moore comes back near side. Mashai. Again, nice forehand along the goal line, Rycroft. Rycroft looking for a pass. He's got it. The Ignite. Again, keeping things going. Keon Mashai gives Ignite the lead.
And with the hard cap horn going off just minutes ago, that is the last point of this game. So Ignite are the champions, taking the 1 seed out of Ontario, doing it on their home turf versus Toro.
That horn, we might want to make that a little louder.
Agreed. It's definitely hard to hear up here in the booth, especially with some headphones on. But Ignite finding a way to do it. Toro showed they were absolute warriors this whole game, going back and forth, pulling it back when they needed to, and giving themselves an opportunity to break for the win. However, it wasn't to be.
Keon Mashai with the game-winning goal makes Ottawa Ignite the provincial champions in the Junior Open U19 category here at the Ontario Ultimate Championships for 2026. What a game! Ignite get to go to the national championships with a much better seeding. So do the Toro. So they're going to see each other again in August in Surrey, British Columbia. For Brandon Adibe, and our entire Rogers TV crew, I'm Dan Mooney. Thanks so much for the company. So long from Ultimate Parks Incorporated, south of the nation's capital.